Well, hello, Studio E Explorers and Jacobs Marketing friends. My name is John O'Leary. Have the honor of being the best-selling author of a book called On Fire, and even more than that honor, it is to be friends with these amazing leaders seated to my right now. We, as friends, talk quite a bit about mission and purpose and values in life. We talk about desire. And so we thought it'd be really cool right now to share what our desire statements are, what our why or purpose statements are collectively, maybe how we came upon them and what they've done for us. What mine is, and the reason I came up with it is I needed reasons to move past myself, to move past my limitations, and I have many, to move through my fears, and I have countless fears. So this statement that I'm about to share with you is why I move through those things, but also why I give my best every day that I'm here on earth. So my why, my desire, my purpose is because God demands it, my family deserves it, and the world is starved for it. It totally lights me up to be on fire at work, in the community, in my spiritual journey, and also with my family at home who deserve it more than anybody else. That's my purpose statement. But I'd like to hear from Jackie Gibney and everybody else what theirs are.
Now, before I answer that, have you changed your purpose statement?
Oh yeah, it should, I think, be a work in progress. Mine now has been the same for 2 years, Jackie. But before that it was different, and I liked it before, but I realized it was more of a what statement. It was a little bit more tactical.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more holistic. It works in every setting, always. I think that's really key for a mission statement.
Agreed. Yeah.
My purpose, my why statement is to love greatly. And you asked what does that do for me and how do I use that? I think and it took me about 2 years to create that, and I've had it for about 5, and so I haven't changed it yet. And it's one that when things are, especially going hard, and things get really challenging and ambiguous, I tend to go back to get rooted back into my why, which is to love greatly and feel a lot of peace. And if that's what I'm doing, then I'm being my authentic self, and I'm living the life I should be, and that everything will be okay.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Love greatly.
Yeah. Right on. So mine's interesting. So for years I had this purple, really cheap notebook, and I was going to find out my reason for being. So on the very first page of this notebook, I wrote, "Truth is powerful." Then for the next many years, I wrote all this other stuff. And then one day, it just dawned on me that actually my purpose is to live a truthful life and help others do the same. And the reason I tell that story is because people have a tendency not to find their purpose because they think it's too hard, or they want it to be perfect. So they don't do it. And so for years, I had it on the first line of this notebook I drug around in my bag, and it was right there. And the perfectionist in me, maybe I was fearful, maybe I thought it was stupid, I don't know. But if you it's better to get started, and you're going to be 80% right.
For sure.
And so what I would share with you is that statement has allowed me to make a lot of good decisions. It's something I strive for. It's not something that I am, but it always kind of keeps me straight when I do make mistakes, and it gives me energy and resilience when times are tough.
And that's important, yeah. So my why statement, what ignites me, and I've had it for quite a while, is I'm here to build civic health. And that has shown up for me as a corporate executive, as an entrepreneur, but it shows up for me as a dad, as a husband, as a neighbor, as a volunteer. If I'm going to get the energy to really put my all into it, it's got to be about something that builds the community. It does give resiliency. It also gives me a great filter. Like a lot of you out there, you're cursed with broad competence. There's a lot of things you can do really well, but everything that you can do isn't necessarily things that can nourish you. So when the whole world looks like shiny toys, having an ignition statement also can put you on the path of not only what you can do, but what you must do. So thank you for your ignition statements. Folks, to paraphrase Mark Twain, the two most important moments in a person's life are the day that they're born and the day that they find out why. Right on.